There's a renaissance in 3 3/4-inch figures these days, from the Infinite Heroes to the Iron Man 2 to these, the Marvel Universe line of figures from Hasbro. Now, they have had a few cosmetic changes to the packaging along the way, and there are several different types of articulation depending on the character. There are some great figures involved in this line. They've had mail-away figures, they've had Comic-Con exclusives, store exclusives for Toys R Us, and Walmart. There have even been these Secret Wars 2-packs, which include a comic book from the Secret Wars miniseries, as well as 2 figures. I love these things, but of course, I'm a huge comic book nerd. But if you look at the characters that are available in this line, you will find that just about every character you can think of, well, okay, not Paste Pot Pete, but otherwise, every character has been given an opportunity to appear in a smaller than 4-inch figure. Now, when you buy one of these, you actually get quite a bit in the package. You get your figure and any accessories they come with. You get the Fury file or Hammer dossier. You get their mutant registration card or a secret file if, they're one of those that don't register like they're supposed to. And you get a code which unlocks the Fury file online. Starting with the Hammer line, which shows Norman Osborn on the packaging, you also get one of these figure stands, which is a great addition. Now, some of these characters you can see are just repaints, like Daredevil, for instance. You can get his classic yellow and brown costume or his modern-day red one, which is great because, as a comic book nerd, I really like having the ability to buy either one. There's also Miss Marvel. You've got her classic 70s disco-inspired look with that awesome feathered haircut, and then you've got the new version of Miss Marvel. So it's not simply a repaint of the original character, it's actually a new sculpt of the character. Now, take a look at a character like Iron Fist here. When they originally released them, you got the figure on the left, which is a great-looking figure for Iron Fist, but there's one small problem. There's no fist. So they re-released a second version of him, and this one does have the fist. You can see his chest symbol is slightly modified, but also if you look at the body of the character, it is a different sculpt, or at least the articulation's different. So it's a different body type with that same head. So it is nice that if you went out and rebought the figure, you were actually getting a different figure, just with that same yellow and green paint job. Now, another figure who's gotten quite a few different versions is the Hulk. There's the dark green version that comes in your Secret Wars 2-pack. There's your modern green version. If you're into the Red Hulk, and I'm not really sure who you are if you are into the Red Hulk, there's the Red Hulk version here. And for those of you who remember the days of the classic Gray Hulk, they do have the Gray Hulk. Now, if you look at them, you'll see that they're actually 2 different body types. You can see the dark green Hulk and the Red Hulk share the same body, whereas the modern Hulk and the Gray Hulk share the same body. And modern Hulk and Gray Hulk have the same heads, but your classic Secret Wars version of Hulk and your Red Hulk do have different head sculpts to them. So it really is, again, nice to see that if you're rebuying the same character, you're actually getting some different tooling. Now, you might think a character like Captain America hasn't changed much over the years, but they found a way to make 4 versions of him, and you know what? They all make sense. You've got your classic Captain America and your black and white Captain America, the black and white one being your San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from last year. You also have this ultimate version of Captain America from the Ultimate Universe, which, to be honest, I never thought they'd make a figure based off the Ultimate Universe, and so that was just plain awesome. Then there's also this modern Captain America with the Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes version of Captain America with his handgun and his glittery uniform. Now, whether or not you're a fan of the new Captain America, the old Captain America, new Coke, old Coke, Crystal Pepsi, whatever, there's something for you here, but not quite as many as our next figure, Spider-Man. He's one of the most popular characters they've ever done in Marvel Comics, so it only makes sense that, well, there'd be a whole lot of Spider-Man characters. From his, let's see, we've got a blue and red, there's the darker blue and red, there's the blue with white highlights in red, there's that really dark in red, You've got the black uniform, you've got the black uniform with some highlights to it. You also have that Age of Apocalypse alternate universe version of it. So, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, they got you covered too. Of course, if you take a look around the toy market today, you'll see that there's also a new Spider-Man line, which can add this version of Spider-Man. You also get this, I don't know, night stealth mode Spider-Man and dive attack scuba gear. Well, you know, let's just say, if you're into Spider-Man, they got something for you. Iron Man is pretty similar. There's a lot of different versions of Iron Man, although, to be fair, there have been a lot of different versions of Iron Man's armor over the years. So whether or not you like his classic armor, his new armor, you want the stealth mode or the night mode armor, if you want the Secret Wars version that doesn't have the shiny metallic tint to it, they've got you covered on that as well. Of course, again, there are other Iron Man lines out there. If you want to get this Iron Maiden one with the big rockets, or these ones based off his different movie sculpts, well, they've got that too. But keeping in mind that there's tons of figures out there, I think it's fair to say that if you're a Marvel Universe fan, you really can't ignore this line. There are so many figures and so many different sculpts available that it's very easy to look at these toys and just simply say, make mine Marvel.